Okay.
Okay. That's what's going on now. A wingle.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion
Sleeps tonight.
hop, hop.
In the jungle.
The mighty jungle. Tonight. Ha, ha.
Welcome to the
Okay.
Setbreaker Podcast. And today we have a guest. My friend, Roger. What did I do?
Roger Smith.
I
Yes.
was fucking around. That was a joke, man.
Oh, I thought you just didn't fuck with black people. I didn't know what that was about.
Maybe. Nah, but yeah, man, fucking we here, and I'm wearing you're actually the first person to see me in my like I said, oh, my friend, what's your last name again? I've done that so many times. I've done that so many times to people. I'm just like, man, I gotta fucking stop that shit. But so right now I'm wearing these light gray jeans.
Okay.
So I've always felt that I wasn't good enough to treat myself to clothes, and I would wear the same like kind of not fitting jeans for years, right? Just
Not
all
fitting
the time.
like too big.
Yeah, because like I have skinny ass legs, no matter how much I work them out. So even when I got a slim straight jeans, they're still baggy as fuck. So I went to Target and I got like 5 new pairs to treat myself for 2021.
Okay.
Plus the fact because I'm single now.
Okay.
Right? And oh my god, they make my legs look better to fit my physique of my skinny frame, and it makes me look taller. Because I don't know jack shit about fashion.
Well, how tall are you?
I'm without shoes, I'm 5'10" and a half.
5'10" and a half.
Yes.
Okay.
Your nurse checked 3 times to make sure. The half is correct, yeah.
I don't think I'm that tall. I think I'm like 5'9", but I put 6 foot on Tinder. So
As you should.
yeah.
Yeah. Plus you have a big frame, so in
I
photos,
look tall on
in
Tinder.
photos you could say you're 6'1" probably, or even 6'2" and get away with it.
Yeah. Until they meet me in person and
Yeah, but they're not gonna leave. They're gonna be like,
pure disappointment.
okay, has anybody ever said like, oh, okay, you're not 6 foot tall?
Well, yes, and I actually, I went to the state of the DMV and had them adjust my height so I can say, well, according to the state of California, I am 6 feet tall. Because they ask you how tall you are, so I was like,
Oh, shit.
I was standing there. She said, "How tall are you?" I said, 6 feet. She said, "Okay," and put it in there, and I was like, "You're damn right." So
That's fucking hilarious.
that is how you do it.
Wow.
Now,
wow.
learn something
He's
new today.
not lying. That's an official license.
you learn something new.
Jesus
today.
Christ. Okay, wait. Why did you do that again? Why did you do that?
Well, it started back
For confidence?
Well, it started in college, right? My friend, we were roommates, and we were both the same height. We were both about 5'9". So then he turned 21 before me, and the person at the MVA is what they call it in Maryland. The person at the MVA asked him how tall he was, and he said 5'11". So I was like, "Oh, you little bitch!" And mine still said 5'9". So then when I went, I told him I was 6 feet, just so I could be 1 inch taller than him, and then it kind of just stuck.
So it all stemmed from
Insecurity.
friendly competition with insecurity underlying that as a base.
That's the through line.
Okay. I have never seen that in my life. And that is one of the best things I've ever. Wow.
Yeah. You just learned something.
I did.
You're 5'10" and I'm 6 foot officially,
5'10"
according to the government.
5'10" and a half.
Hey, they don't put halves on license plates. They don't put halves on it.
Oh, that's why my license says 5'11".
Yours says 5. Oh, that's bull.
Does it say 5'11"?
I don't know.
Or did I
I've
make
never
that up just to agree with you? Oh, is that the power of suggestion?
I have no idea. That
Robert
is the
Greene?
power set.
Robert
Robert Greene.
Oh my
Robert
God.
Greene. There he is again.
Fucking laws of 48 power.
This dude,
40 laws
that
of
dude's
power.
amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Okay,
And
I
just-
literally thought you were gonna bring the book out of nowhere.
Speaking of which,
Yeah, because right here, it's always with me, just in case. Okay, let's see. Okay, oh, what'd you say? Oh, okay, hold on. Let me flip through.
flip through that.
Law 40. Okay, all right, damn it. Okay,
Law 42.
or law number 1: do not outshine your master. All right, okay.
Yeah, that's a really good book. That's a really good book.
What do you like about it, and what did you get from it?
Okay, the most I liked about it was like how it teaches you how to manipulate people. Like, because I'm a bad person and I want to manipulate people for my own good.
That's honest.
Yeah, just be transparent.
Yeah.
And then I also bumped that book, the seduction book.
Art of Seduction. Yes.
Yes, that's where it's at. You want game with the ladies? Art of Seduction.
Okay, so I have it on Kindle, but I didn't fully read it. I read maybe like a chapter.
Okay.
So it really does put you on game with that.
It's like a human nature thing. Like he really breaks down like human interaction, and I fuck with that. Because like every conversation you have is a manipulation. You're either trying to get something from me or I'm trying to get something for you. And I'm just gonna take that and make that something pussy, and I'm gonna try to get that from her.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
No, I get that. I get that. Well, okay, not. You're right, but also maybe we could say a little bit of like persuasion in like friendly type interactions.
Not manipulation, like
but no,
person.
for sure with like maybe like other stand-up comedians that you don't know and like strangers. It definitely toes the line between persuasion and manipulation. But I think amongst friends, yeah, there's always like a little bit of persuasion. Like, oh, you never been to Cane's? You never been to Cane's? Oh, dude, well, check this out. Like,
you gotta go.
Then you show the ratings, and you're like, oh, I said Cane's because I've never been to Cane's.
You've never been to Cane's.
People tell me to go to Cane's, and I've never been to Cane's.
Okay. It's the sauce the dipping sauce is phenomenal, but it's just chicken strips.
Okay, see, I'm not the biggest fan of chicken strips because they're always dry and they're kind of whatever.
With their chicken strips, they're not dry, and their fries are actually pretty good. Like In-N-Out fries are the worst fries on the planet. But those fries, and I said that, the worst on the planet, you can quote me. But those fries
they're affordable.
Yeah, but the fries at Cane's are delicious.
Okay.
They're like the crinkly fries that your grandma used to make. That my grandma used to make.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that because my grandma did. Actually, you know what my grandma did? Flashing back now, she would chop up potatoes, and my mom did the same shit too. She would chop, and obviously straight from Korea, she would chop up potatoes, and then in the French fry shapes, and then would put it on a fry pan. But then every time she fed it to me, it was always crunchy because it was never fully cooked through like that. Because I don't think she understood how to make fries. Because she's not from here, so sometimes we will get like Steve charbroiled burger and get the fries from there, and then it wasn't. Yeah. But I mean, she knew how to cook, but for some reason, with the potatoes for the fries, it was never fully cooked.
That's interesting.
It is interesting.
A little sad.
Like, I think
were the fries good? Were they undercooked? Were they undercooked or overcooked?
Undercooked.
Yes.
If they're overcooked, they would have been. Something.
Yeah.
So they're always slightly undercooked, and no, I didn't like it.
You never told her like Grams is saying it.
I think I told her, I was like, hey, Grandma, can we maybe like, can you try to cook it a little bit more or something? I said something, and then
did it come off as disrespect?
I don't remember. See, my childhood is very blurry because, yeah, I just released a video about how my dad abused me growing up, so that's why my memory of that.
Okay.
You like how?
Just segue into sadness. Okay,
not sexually abused, but like like all that stuff. But yeah, so I don't quite remember. Remember that.
Yeah. I never told my grandma I didn't like her cooking because
I didn't say that.
Yeah, my grandma could fight, so I didn't want that problem.
Oh, you know what I did do? Now you're reminding me of this again. Childhood trauma. My grandpa, he was from North Korea, right? And he grew up with like the Korean War and like a bunch of fucked up shit. So every time I go to my grandma's house, we would eat a lot of the same things. So she would always make a lot of times this like ham sandwich with mayonnaise. And I think there was like an egg in it. And me being young, and I think I was in elementary school, I was like, I got tired of it because it tastes like the same shit, right? Because when you're older, you know how to handle it. You're like, you can eat this. Now I eat the same thing all the fucking time. But when I was younger, I was like, I don't want to eat it. I was being like, I was like, I don't want to eat it. I don't want to eat it. And my grandpa, he lost his shit. He's like, he grabbed it, shoved it in my face, like, Mogo! Eat it! And I was like, ah! And I ate it like, when you like they like your grandparents or parents like punish you or be really mean to you, and then you eat like you're like, I don't want to eat. I'm fine. I'll be okay, but I'm gonna eat it because I want to eat it, like that. And I went underneath the dining table and I just like hid there, and I was like looking at everybody's feet walk by.
They weren't looking for you?
They knew where I was because the dinner table's in the middle of the living room. So I'm just like, and then like fast forward years later, I was like, oh, I see why you did that. Because like, I mean, like I said, wartime, right? Like food, like this is some fucking privileged shit.
Yeah.
Me and like, I want to eat it. Like homeless people that say, oh no, I don't eat hot Cheetos. I'm like, what the fuck? You don't want this?
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Not homeless people in general, but the ones that you offer something and they're like, nah, I'm good, buddy. Or some shit like that drives me crazy.
Yeah. Give me an example.
I got this one homeless dude. Like, I went to McDonald's and I bought a Big Mac meal with a Sprite.
Everything.
The whole meal, like spent $10, $11 on him or whatever it was, and handed it to him. He was like, "Oh, you didn't get Coke?" And I just wanted to punch
You didn't get
in
Coke?
his homeless face.
Oh, my.
Yes, I swear to God, I was so mad. I was like, "Oh, never again." So now I don't feed the homeless. But that's a different story.
Hey, no, I feel you on that because like you try to help them out and they're so picky.
Yeah,
They're picky.
yeah. And like, speaking about what you said with like your grandparents, like, is that how Asian grandparents just are? Like, just super aggressive?
Oh yeah, especially especially Koreans, man. Like my dude, like very aggressively violent to angry. Koreans are known for anger because as a small country, they've been fucking like colonized, raped, pillaged by like, so many different countries, and they had to be like power, right? So we all, even me, like I admitted this to myself recently. I thought I got over a lot of my like temper and anger, which I have, but that underlying base rage is just kind of always there. And then that's why like I use it when I do stand up or like to like make me more energetic to do stuff. So it's not like I'm angry. Like right now I'm not angry, obviously, but like it's just kind of, it's like this. It's always being like stoked, like it's just always kind of there,
stoking
like,
the fire.
Yeah, stoking the fire, just like
little shit will just set you off. Yeah, Or you can feel it coming. And you're like, I'm gonna chill.
Yeah. And then because I'm always trying to chill and act like it's not there, then I get more angry, like over time because it builds up, and then I start thinking evil thoughts. Like lately, I've been driving around and I'm like, fuck, I just fucking wish somebody would sideswipe my car so we can get out, so I can like, I don't know. Like I'm
so you can fight them.
In my mind, I feel like I could fight well, but in real life, I've gotten jumped and fucked up. So like, I'm not the best fighter. but when you're angry, you want to believe you can.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like LA drivers, they are the epitome of awful people, and I don't mean that. And like, I'm not trying to.
Because you're from Maryland.
I'm from Maryland.
Maryland. Okay.
But I was riding with a girl. I was taking her back to her house. Like we stayed the week. She stayed the weekend at my place or whatever. So I'm taking her back to the house, and I'm coming off of one of the highways onto a smaller street, and this dude is like sees me coming and refuses to get over. So it's like, okay, whatever. So I get behind, like I end up cutting him off, like speeding up a little bit and getting in front of him. So dude comes where I get in the left lane. He gets in the right lane and rolls his window down and throws a rock at the passenger seat window of my car.
Of your car?
Yeah.
The window.
Yes.
It hit the window.
It hit the window. It was like thunk, like hard.
How big was the rock?
I couldn't see it.
But it's a rock.
It had to be a rock. If it wasn't a rock, it was something solid that he decided to throw. I think he just had a passenger seat full of rocks for people he didn't like. And I had to chase this guy through neighborhoods to try to find him. And I got out of the car and he sped off. And like, that was one time I was about to whoop somebody's ass.
Oh, so he stopped as if like he's gonna get down too.
Oh yeah, he stopped and like fake like he was gonna get out. I was like, come on, motherfucker. And then drove off.
He tricked you.
Yeah, he got me. He got me out of the vehicle. It wasn't that smart. Now that I think about it, I could have got shot, but I was hot.
Yeah, that's another thing you don't know about nowadays too, because like everybody thinks they're a thug now because of they like some like white kids from the suburbs listen to rap and then all of a sudden they're like they listen to the 10 crack commandments and then
it's a great song.
And then they're like get the heater, and I'm saying this because I've seen this personally from white kids like that are rich, like
get the heater.
Yeah, get the heater, and he had like a revolver. Yeah, his name was I'm not gonna say his name, but he was like a little skinny white kid, and he had a lot of freckles.
There was a skinny white kid in my neighborhood when I was a kid. He was a couple years younger than me. I was in high school at the time, like a senior, and my parents were at the football game, and it was homecoming, like it was a homecoming game or whatever. But like I was playing, and they like called my name to come down, and like this skinny little white kid was like, "That's my nigga." That's my nigga.
Oh shit!
2 seats in front of my dad. So now my dad's asking me, "Do you know you're his nigga?" I was like, "I had no idea. He's like, "Yeah, well, story of growing up."
Have you ever heard somebody say like, "Oh, that's my boy"? Because you know there's a difference between "Oh, that's my boy," like we're homies, versus like when they refer
like
to
a possessive thing.
Yeah, like a possessive like slate, like "Oh yeah, come on, boy," like that type of shit, like old Southern, like boy.
Yeah, there's a difference between that.
Have you heard that before?
Well, that's my boy usually doesn't come off with that connotation. Just calling somebody boy is like, what are you doing, boy?
That's right. You're right. Because there has to be that filler in between to have more context of that. Versus like, yeah, come on, boy. Oh, you're right. Oh, see, when I said that, I just felt like, oh,
Yeah,
man.
you feel racist. Now.
Yeah, yeah, I
You
don't-
feel like you had a little power right there. You see?
You know what's fucked up? is that you're so right about that.
Yeah,
And I wasn't even saying it to you. I was just saying it, and I was like, what is this little bit of like this like evil power I feel? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
it's
when
that
somebody
rage.
gives you a gun,
Yeah.
to hold it, and there's not even bullets in it, but they're like, hey, this is a new Glock I got, and you hold it, and you're like, oh fuck, like,
You just feel powerful.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you just hold it out, and you're just like, fuck, dude, your arms extended, like, fuck, man, shit.
Do you think people should be able to carry guns
Honestly,
In Los
okay.
in Los Angeles?
In Los Angeles, okay. If you didn't say that,
Okay, well, let's take Los Angeles out of it. Do you think people should be able to carry guns in America? Like conceal, open carry, the whole nine. You get a gun and you could just like the same as if it was a stapler. You could just walk around with it if you wanted to.
okay. So it's kind of like a yes and a no, but let's just to make it more. So I'm not just like kind of going all over the place. I'll just start with the answer of how I feel about yes. When I say yes, because it's like legal, right? Like people have it. I feel like it's gonna put some idiots in check too. It doesn't mean that they're gonna put it out and like, hey, what the fuck is it? Because the other person could have a gun too.
Yeah.
And also, people when they know literally one of you can die or both of you, even though they have the weapons, they're much less likely to do it.
The stakes are higher.
The stakes are way fucking higher, right? Man, I thought of ribeye steak when he said that. Fuck, I was like, damn. That's why I lost my track of thought. But yeah, so I feel like there'd be a little bit more respect in a sense, but people also will speak their mind, and maybe I feel like maybe they'd be more likely to, okay, like we both got guns, but like you really want to like you want to take it out like this. All right, fine. How about we use our fists?
Yeah.
Instead of just like you don't know what they have. Maybe they have a knife like here because it's not legal. But this is all like assumption because I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how it is in open carry states. I got no idea.
Well, see, that's the thing, because like I was in Vegas, and I was actually like outside of Vegas, like Henderson or whatever it's called. But like my rental got stuck in the sand, and like we were out there pushing it, we couldn't get it. And this dude with a pickup truck was there, but like it was like 4 dudes pushing the car and just him and his son. But he got out of the truck and he had a gun on his hip.
Wait, can you do that?
It's open. He was just open in Nevada.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
So he had a gun on his hip, but like I feel like that made him more likely to trust us because now we know that this guy can defend himself. So we're not going to try some shit because it's 4 dudes versus him and his son, but we were able to get the car out.
Yeah, which also makes it so that you are both able to have more like friendlier type shit.
Even if it's fake. Yeah.
Yeah, even that. It's like why do you feel like you have to carry a fake one too? Like what are you trying to do with that?
I was talking about the friendliness being fake, but if the gun is fake, that's kind of stupid.
Yeah. For me, I have this constant like Vegeta scouter where I'm testing the level of everybody like in my mind of like dudes. So like if they didn't have a gun and it's a stranger and then they could kind of road rage you on me, like I'm already looking like, I think I could take him on. And I'd be like, fuck you, bitch.
Okay.
Right? But if it's somebody like you, like you're fucking huge, I'd be like, look at the side. So I'm a badass at specific chosen moments in time.
Okay, so you choose.
I'm not an actual badass.
Okay.
So like I choose wisely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't rage on people. Like road rage, I try not to do it, except for that guy that threw the rock. But I try not to get mad at people. But people do piss me off a lot in the car. But it's just easier because I don't want to get shot. I was actually riding with a guy that I moved out here with, and we were leaving a Top Value grocery store in San Pedro. And we were taking a right turn, and this guy speeds up and like tries not to let us in, but I beat him out there. And he sees the guy. We stop at the red light. He sees the guy in the rear view. He says, "Fuck this," and opens the door. The passenger that I'm with opens the door and gets out and punches dude's window, and like almost got ran over by the dude in the car because he took off to run the light. And I was like, "Yeah, that's not smart. That's a really quick way to die."
Yeah.
So I was ever since then. I had to turn 26 before I realized that. But yeah, I was like, let me calm down behind the wheel.
Yeah. I don't do that all the time. Don't get me wrong. It's just like once in a while. It just feels kind of good, but also you feel kind of bad because it's like, okay, obviously you knew that if you're really that much of a badass, if he was like 6'2" and like 300 pounds of muscle, you would still do it.
Yeah.
So so you're like, okay, you're kind of lying to yourself with this action, a little bit.
But that's the thing too. It's so misleading because like the skinny dudes and the smaller dudes tend to be the guys that are more likely to be UFC fighters.
That, especially nowadays too.
Yeah, you gotta check their
Everybody's
ears.
doing jujitsu, MMA. Yeah, but here's the thing. Then you got the ones that kind of like asymptomatic coronavirus carriers. Mm-hmm. They're
don't have
good at
cauliflower ear?
Yeah, they don't have cauliflower ear.
Yeah.
And they're really good at covering it up because they could be like some fucking crazy like wrestler, and you would have no idea, and they'll fuck you.
Fuck your day up. And I can't do that. I can't, as a man, just get my ass whooped out in public and then show my face again.
Yeah. Plus, well, for me, I don't really have health insurance or a lot of money, and I'm not trying to spend money on that. Like I'd rather spend, I don't know, like this, like my jeans, my skinny jeans, man. I feel good.
Those are actually nice jeans. I do like them.
Thanks, man. I never had this color in my life. I was always either blue, traditional blue, or just the black jeans.
I had a pair of jeans. I had 3 pair of jeans that I loved, and at the same time, like within weeks of each other, all 3 of the jeans split right down the seam. So like my crotch would hang out if I wore them anymore. I don't know.
Well, how long did you have them for?
Maybe a year. Like it wasn't a ridiculous amount of time. It's just like I guess from squats and constantly man spreading. Is that what they call it when men sit like their legs spread like that? I sit like that all the time.
What kind of jeans do you wear? Like slim or like skinny?
These are slim. These are Guess jeans. These are slim.
Slim. Okay. Okay.
I don't know. It just it really pissed me off. Do you ever had that problem? No.
Come on, man. Come on.
You can start squatting.
Don't flex on me.
You can start squatting.
No, but
you could always come to the gym with me.
I always.
You've never once said, "Hey, let me use the squat rack in your garage." Not once.
I used to squat all the time. I did like Ripito 5x5 and all that shit, and I got stronger. But my legs always just stayed skinny. So now that I got the kettlebell and I'm doing like different types of exercises with more like dynamic movements and things, my legs are starting to slowly grow.
You got to up your protein intake.
That too, I eat like twice a day. I just don't like.
Start drinking protein.
But it's so much work. I used to eat a lot like that, and I was like a lot bigger. But I just kind of like being like the lean, like But a part of me just kind of want to get a little bit bigger for that slight more intimidation factor. Because now that I shaved my head,
the bald head is kind of intimidating.
Yeah, but then here's the thing: if they think I can fight because of the shaved head, I'm in trouble. You know what I mean?
I feel you. I feel you.
Like, Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know, man.
So how's dating? How's that life? Wow. Very long pause.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tried eating somebody out with a full bush. I could smell onion sweat. Couldn't do it.
Whoa, you're not about to just roll past that. What?
Yeah, she was a really cool chick, but she doesn't shave her armpits or her vagina.
Yeah.
And it's one of those vaginas where it's like the hair is like not kind of like centered in a specific. It's just spread like she's wearing a panty.
Well, she doesn't even box it in. She just kind of lets it do its thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like moss on a rock. And
and you were like,
it would stick out like 2 inches, like out. It's like a lot. Yeah, she's
and you.
I don't know if she listens to this, but we don't really talk. So I know she definitely does not listen to this. She's black. Very attractive. She's hot.
Why did you whisper black?
I don't know.
She's black.
Yeah, I wanted you to know what it looked like, the pubic hair.
Oh, you wanted to say it was nappy, but you didn't want to say it was nappy.
If I said it was nappy.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Is that a thing people get mad about? Because I didn't say that. Okay, so it's good, I think. So it's good that I was being careful. That wasn't even a thought in my head, but you put it in my mouth.
Hey, I didn't put anything.
Just the way she tried to make me put her vagina in my No, but it was like, it was like 2 inches of just like boom. Like, so I like stuck my tongue out and I was like that, like a kid when they go,
yeah, you should have just said, nah, I'm not doing that.
I did, but she's like, come on. She's like, I sucked your dick. Come on. And I was like, fuck. And me, I'm easily guilted. So I was like, all right. And I literally went, and she's like, that's it, really? And I was like,
it's not the same. Like, even if your dick was hairy, like this, it's not like it's 8 inches of hair blocking the dick.
Yeah, it's not like a helmet covered in hair.
Yeah, you were putting an afro in your mouth. Like, why is that okay? Yeah. No, I'm good. I had a hipster chick that was like that when quarantine started. She came over and like had hair all over the place. Yeah. And she had hairy legs and feet too. It was
feet?
Hairy feet. Yeah, that was.
The hairy leg thing I can't do either because I have a leg fetish, so I need it to be like smooth. So even when they shave it, it's not got that. It doesn't have that crazy like prickly thick hair or like strawberry legs where you can see the black pores because the hair's so thick. It's like even when they shave it, you see the little vortex of doom in the legs, right? So I don't like that shit. I try to get over it, but I can't. It's just something that's always been there, and I just kind of accepted it now. So that's kind of like a necessity. Now when
But that's like a feminist movement thing, not shaving. Everything.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. But at the same time, look, I don't care if they do or not. But for me, for who I'm dating, I have preferences.
Yeah.
So that's definitely like I need that.
Yeah, I can feel you. It's a no-go for me. Like I did it once. I tried it. I did eat her out. I did.
Did you fully commit more than I did? Did you like put your face in it?
Well, hers wasn't nearly as bad as your. Like hers was like trimmed, so it was.
See, like how trimmed?
It was tall. It was like an inch long, tall. Like it was like the edge, like it. Like the beta suit part.
Like when you go
out.
to the mall and then they like trim the bushes in a specific shape. Like
exactly, it was like that. It was like that. Except she didn't cut the top, so it was like long. But it wasn't
like a Fresh Prince, like
it was like a high and tight.
Ew! Why would you?
Oh, you're judging me?
No, not you. Why would she go to the trouble to like shape it and then just leave it longer? I've never. Oh, that's why. Okay, I get that. Yeah, because if it was like trimmed all the way low and it was like still like hair like that, I mean, I could deal with that.
Yeah,
but it's.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole feminist movement, like she had hairy armpits and everything too. It's just what she wanted.
I couldn't do the armpit thing either, man. Because when she was like riding me with her shoulders, like her arms on my shoulders, I could just smell her. I was like, oh, onions, onions.
She didn't smell
onions on the burger, huh?
Yeah, this chick didn't smell. She didn't smell. I don't know if she'll watch this, but she didn't smell.
She always smelled. Yeah, that's the other thing.
You said always, so that means it was more than once.
Yeah, it's a couple times.
Mine was just a one and done experience for me.
Yeah, man. The dating thing. Besides that, like kind of like one other girl recently, just like kind of. I just kind of don't have the drive to.
Do you feel like dating has gotten harder since quarantine started?
Definitely, because I'm not meeting girls where I'd want to meet, which is like a karaoke bar, like things I like doing, and we can bond over that. And a specific type of personality is gonna go there, which is gonna match my vibes.
Yeah.
So now it's kind of like a crapshoot. So, and I'm kind of tired of settling, including like this one. Like I was just a little mix of desperation and loneliness because it's cold and shit, right? And I don't know, man. I just like
the thing that happens to me the most on these dating apps that I fucking hate is getting the match, talking for 4 or 5 messages, and then just ghosted.
Yeah, they just like leave.
They just leave, and I know why they do that.
Why?
Because they are bombarded with messages.
Oh no, that's fact. Oh,
they are bombarded with messages.
Jonathan knows. Dude.
Yeah, he was catfishing. I guess he should call it fat fishing bitches. But like, he was like this real rip dude, and like his inbox exploded. And then like to flip it, we took a average chick, like just an average looking girl, and put her on Tinder, and didn't message anybody back in under an hour. 99 plus messages.
See, that is crazy.
Under an hour.
That's crazy.
Well, 99 plus matches or whatever. But every time we swipe right, it was a match.
See, there's a problem with that because it's teaching people who aren't like all that they're like the shit. So they walk around thinking they're the shit, and then they treat people like they're shit because of this inflated ego.
Yeah.
But they're actually really insecure, which also adds gas to the flame because they know they're not really like that. So they need that app to give them that confidence, right? Yeah. And then they'll just, that's also why I don't like it. That's why I'm like, I got tempted to, I was like, maybe I'll go back because now I have a shaved head and like my body's better. Like, what if I posted photos and try to, but it always makes me feel bad. Like it lowers my confidence. I just don't feel good.
It always feels terrible to right swipe every chick that comes by and get no matches.
Yeah.
That's a horrendous feeling.
Yeah, it makes you feel ugly as fuck, right? Even though logically this is an app and this is kind of like how it is, and maybe they're about who knows whatever the fuck it is, but still it brings you down. Cause like, dude, the confidence I have when I'm like out there and there's like if there's a random girl around and then we just happen to talk I'm not shy. But then on this fucking app, it makes me feel like so bad. Then when I go out into the real world, I'm like, that's who I am. So I am this fucking loser. And I like hesitate.
And Tinder is skewed to try to make guys pay. I don't know if you've noticed that shit.
Oh yeah,
because I
paid before.
You paid? Did that work for you?
No.
Okay, well I've never paid, but I got this this gold. There's like a gold little star up at the top. It tells you how many likes you got.
Yeah.
So it's like a number of like 70 or something like that. And I'll right swipe every girl on there. Nothing. Where are these 70 mystery bitches? Where? Like I'm convinced that if I pay for it, that number will just disappear.
Yeah. I mean, it helped get some more eyes on it, but even then, the worst part is like, we'd match and it still fucking happened. The thing you're talking about, where they kind of just disappear, or it's just, I don't know, like they only like you back because they want the validation, majority. And I even had to ask a waitress, like a really hot waitress, when I was at a restaurant, I think a few years ago, I forgot. And I asked her, hey, is this true? Do females use Tinder for validation and also like go on it not intending to date or hook up, but just for the boost of confidence? She said, yeah.
100%.
A lot of my friends do that.
100%. Especially if they know you.
Yeah.
Like they'll right swipe just to see if you like them, but never message you or never message you back.
And do you know also why I haven't been doing it, why I'm even more hesitant? Is because now that people kind of know my face, I'm not some famous guy, but like people have recognized me in public. So locally, if they see me on Tinder and then they're like, oh, he's a little simp bitch. Like look what look at me screenshot this fucking loser. Trying to get a date, right? So I get paranoid in my head. I'm not that important, obviously, but you never know nowadays. People will do shit for clout. People do shit for clout, man.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to at least put a fishing rod out there to get something.
I know, but
that's how you go on a crazy drought, like especially now because you can't go out to meet anybody.
Well, so what are you using?
I use Facebook as a dating app. That's actually been my most successful one.
Dude, there's a lot of single moms on there though.
Oh yeah, you just don't right swipe them. You just nope. Would you date a woman with a child?
For me, logically, for myself, for my life, and the way I do things as like pursuing my dreams and all that stuff into it. No, and the reason why is because if I fall in love with this person, then I'm gonna have to be like a stepdad, and then there's a lot of. Because I have homegirls who have kids, and I see what happens when they date people, right?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna have to battle over the drama with the baby daddy and all those issues, and I just don't want. I don't want that. There's nothing against these single moms, but for my life and the way I live it, I don't want that extra drama. Because relationships and dating is tough enough as it is.
Yeah.
I don't want extra shit that doesn't have to be there.
Especially if your child looks smack like your ex. I don't have to look your ex-husband in the face every time I come home. Like, nah. And then like it depends also on what age too. Like if the kid's like 8, 9 or something like that, that's too damn old for me to try to play daddy. Like the kid's never gonna respect me.
No, of course, yeah. And then you're gonna feel like a fucking.
And he's in my house, shitting on me. Fuck that. But
yeah, because he knows that the mom is gonna take his side.
Exactly.
Because it's not your son at the end of the day.
And that's another thing too. Like if you date a single mom and you get attached to the kids, and then she leaves your ass, you'll never see the kids again.
That's a very relevant fucking. Solid point you bring up. Yeah. So
people think I'm an asshole for that, but it's just like it is what it is.
Yo, but then that's like saying like, oh, you should date all guys or all women just cause like everybody deserves that. No, we all have preferences.
Yeah, I don't
we
have
all have different lives. Look at the divorce rate. Think about that.
It's close to 60, isn't it?
How much would probably between 50 to 60? Like how much higher would it be if we just all said, oh, see that's the mentality now. Everybody with cancel culture and everybody just like saying I deserve this just cause I am here. Yeah, that's building like this spoiled mentality, and like where they don't have to work for things and they don't have to better themselves to, figure themselves out and their identity and to be more resilient and just figure out that hey, maybe not everybody's meant to be with me. Yeah, right. Maybe not everybody's meant to be respected. Maybe that's that too. Yeah, maybe there's something wrong with you. Yeah, well, not necessarily something wrong with you, but like respect in general. Like if I just default give respect, that means that the people that actually work to earn respect, when I give them respect, I've devalued my respect. You see what I'm saying? So like if you work really hard to start your own business and go out there and kill it and do stand up or whatever you do,
and that's respectable. Versus me just respecting you because you exist. Like, I mean, I'll treat you nicely, but that's not. It shouldn't. You can't force me to.
I see what you mean.
What I'm saying?
Yeah. There's a difference between being kind and then respect.
You can't demand respect.
Very true.
Yeah, and that's what people are trying to do nowadays. They're trying to demand that you respect me just because I exist.
Yeah, which is wrong.
Yeah,
which is very, very fucking wrong. So, yeah, you know what's funny? If this whole conversation was somehow to be posted on TikTok, like the whole thing, do you know how many butthurt people there would be?
Oh yeah,
so many, man. So many
already.
Overly sensitive people. It's just like
bitch ass niggas.
It's getting annoying. Yeah. I wish I could have said it too, but I can't because it always sounds cooler.
I was thinking it, but
yeah,
you said it.
Because if I say, yeah, bitch ass motherfuckers, like, okay, that's kind of cool, but then you say what you say, and it always sounds cooler.
It just rolls off the tongue.
Exactly.
It just rolls.
And it's
off
two
the
syllables.
Tongue.
It's two syllables, right?
Motherfuckers.
That's why everybody. That's why all these fucking people that aren't black. They fucking try to say it all the time.
You know, like in black people, like, not that we don't care if you say the word because you probably shouldn't say it, but like we would gladly let you guys say the word if we could just not deal with what it's like to be black.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
With the weight behind that.
The weight of being able to say that word isn't worth being able to say that word. Yeah, you know, getting followed around shops and shit.
Can you say that again? The weight
of being able to say nigga isn't worth being able to say it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel that?
No,
that's deep right there. Quote me on that. Put that on the wall or something.
Like the blacker the berry.
Yeah, that Tupac vibe.
Yeah.
The sweeter the juice.
The darker the skin.
The deeper the roots.
Yes.
I thought you were gonna keep going.
I was, and then my mind went blank. So so I'm glad you kind of helped me out because I was gonna flip the lyrics. I was like, wait, which one is it? Yeah. People try to cancel everybody for anything now, like literally anything.
Yeah.
And I think it's to the point where even society's kind of like really, like, so it's hard to take it seriously. It's kind of like somebody saying, like, I'm gonna tell on you.
Yeah. Realistically,
like,
how long do people stay canceled?
Not really, dude. There's a guy I know who people have been trying to cancel him, but he literally grew like, I think 100,000 followers in a week because of all the attention it gave him. And it got him more diehard fans because he didn't get shook. He stayed where a statue. Like, well, I'm here.
Yeah.
So that is something that inspired me because it's like, because we're so afraid to really say what we want to say, we all pander, and that makes everybody feel like they got the power to.
Nobody's being authentic.
Exactly.
Nobody's been like you. How many times have you had a conversation with a group of friends, but you couldn't take that conversation to the stage? Like, you know?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Know
Like
what I'm saying?
the stand up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot.
There's a whole lot, and it's the thing is like different groups. It's like we all feel the same way, but we're letting this invisible cancel culture monster stop us from like that's censorship. Like, you should be able to say whatever you want. I really like Louis C.K. says the N-word in his act. I'm fine with that because you can't take away one person's power to say anything, or you jeopardize everybody's, freedom of speech.
Plus, did the joke make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
can't
that's
remember
why,
the joke off the top.
contextually,
Yeah.
but that's why you're like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And it made sense, and he wasn't using it to degrade black people. So like it made sense for what he was doing, but like at the same time, like people get mad. Like at Dave Chappelle when he says "fag," they get mad at that. But it's like he's allowed to say whatever he wants to under the Constitution. If we take that word away from him, we're risking taking everything else away from everybody else.
Absolutely, like complete censorship, which also that's what, because it frustrates everybody. Like everybody feels it, including the ones that are doing the counseling, which is why they get even more angry because they feel helpless. So they project and want to take it out on everybody else. Kind of like a kid that gets bullied by his parents. So then he goes to school and then just takes it out on everybody else.
On the other kids.
It's the same exact thing, right?
Yeah, it's like, why don't you do something to feel better about yourself instead of trying to force? Like, I don't have to like you. Yeah. Period. I can be racist if I want to. I can be sexist if I want to. How I feel about you shouldn't affect how you go about getting yours.
Yeah, and then how do you know who the fuck people are then?
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather have that sexist or like super racist guy be outwardly racist.
Yeah.
So I know who he is.
Now I know. I'm not going to ask you for any sugar, buddy.
Yeah.
Because you're going to shoot me.
Yeah, and I don't like that like microaggression, like that
That's
low key
the
shit.
worst.
I hate that because then I'd look for it and I'd be like, and then like it's like I really. So I'd rather have him say like, oh yeah, you're a chink. I'm like, oh yeah, I mean,
Well, now I know how you feel.
now I know how you feel, and it's kind of hard to get mad at that. I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, like okay, well, I'm Korean, but
Yeah.
you're that type of person. I'm not even trying to like,
There's no need. There's no need to waste your time on that person.
yeah.
And that's the thing with like this whole cancel culture too, because instead of us talking to people, we just immediately cut them off. So if you cut somebody off, you're never going to be able to reach a common denominator. That's why the country's going the way it's going right now. It's like super, like one side is super Trump, super the election was stolen. The other side is super Biden, Bernie, whatever you have, super liberal, and nobody's talking. So the country's spewing in two different directions.
It's like one big. It's like gang warfare. It's literally the Bloods and the Crips.
Exactly.
Like that's it. Oh, you're that.
It's tribalism.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's fucked up. And we're going to suffer for it. Like, our kids are not going to grow up in the same country that we did.
Who says I want kids?
That's true. That is
Especially
true.
now, I don't, because with all this shit, everything, life.
Like, this is as bad as been. We need a like I'm not saying this that I want this, but we need another 9/11-esque event to bring the country back together.
You know what I would say on stage? I was like, we need like intergalactic warfare or like a Godzilla.
There's a conspiracy theory about that. Have you heard that?
About which one?
Like the one world order, the whole government thing. Yeah, you don't spend a lot of time on YouTube. There's a big conspiracy theory that
I do, but it's stuff.
You stay away from that side of that corner of YouTube.
It's like zits popping and puppies.
That is the grossest part of you. I hate that. Like when people pull like spiders out of people's ears and shit,
that.
I will throw up everywhere.
Like bot flies.
Ugh.
Like those maggots that like grow in their skull, and it's like the size of your pinky. I love
you are a dirty motherfucker if you got that shit growing out of your face. Like, just kill him. Like, he doesn't deserve to live anymore. That's nasty.
Dude, it's not their fault. It's the fly that flies.
I don't know. I don't feel like it's your fault. Where were you at that this fly flew and laid eggs in your scalp?
I think Australia.
Oh, see,
or one of those countries. I forgot.
Australia's a beautiful country too. Everything's poisonous. But anyway, this conspiracy theory is that they're trying to push us towards one world order, and the only way they'd be able to do that is if they faked intergalactic attack on mankind. So then we would all realize that we're not that different.
World order.
It's like just one world government.
Oh, one government for the whole world.
Yeah. So like, and most likely a dictatorship type deal.
Beyond dictatorship.
Yeah, it's like you can't escape this shit. Like, everywhere on the planet belongs to them. But I don't necessarily believe it. But that's what's huge on YouTube. In the conspiracy theory,
it would never happen though. Like it would never work.
We can't get along.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's too divisive, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and everybody's always just they're so focused on their own pain that they think it supersedes other people's problems.
Yeah, your problems are your problems. They're not my problems. And just because you're having a problem doesn't mean I have to help you. Like when people call, like I don't know if you get these calls. People call you and butter you up. They're like, hey, how you doing, man? Haven't heard from you in a long time. And they drag this bullshit conversation out. And then you're like, all right, I got to go do something. And they're like, hey, before you go, man, if you got $20, could you send it to me? Like, fuck you. Just ask for the shit up front. Like, don't do that to me.
I haven't had the money thing, but definitely they do that. And then it's like they kind of want something, or they're kind of like trying to get a little bit of going back to the manipulation thing. Like, they compliment you and it's like, hey, so you want to like help me move sometime or something? I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. Like, just fuck it. So people do that with you for money?
For money. I've had a situation where somebody asked me to help them move and I didn't. And I
lost a friend because of that.
She got very upset at me.
Yeah, what is up with these fuckers thinking that we owe them?
Well, she's like, well, you like to work out, so it'd be like a workout. It's like, that's not like a workout.
It's like, well, you need to work out, so it would be like a workout.
That's like manual labor, man.
Yeah. Wait, what was she? Was she white?
Yeah, she was a white girl.
Oh, you know what?
You said what?
She was white.
Yeah, she was
She
white.
expected you to do things for her.
I'm gonna have to have a conversation with her. What is that noise?
Oh, it's just they're gardening.
Okay. You have a gardener?
I don't have a garden.
You've made it.
Okay, yeah. Home with my mom. Sure, I made it. Yeah.
Killing it.
Hey, look at me. Oh, wait. You want to come into my house date? Oh, we can't. We got to fuck in the car. Okay.
Yeah, crushing it.
That's not a lie.
I've had car sex. Speaking of car sex.
That's why I got my windows tinted.
Oh, my window. What percent?
Limo tint in the back. Limo tint in the back and a 50%.
Okay, mine are 20. I did. I was in the car with my girlfriend at the time back in college. We were like about to hook up, and we were parked outside of the house. So I don't know why we didn't just go in, but I guess maybe 21 and thought it was hot. So we were out in the car making out or whatever, and she had just bought this lubricant. Like it was like a strawberry flavored lubricant that she would rub on herself, and like it would like intensify orgasms or something for women.
Like an oil.
I guess I don't really know. It was just something that made
Is it a slidey thing or is it like?
It was actual lubricant.
Oh, okay.
Like it was like strawberry flavored, but like it had some heat sensation or some shit like that to it. So like she went to go put it on, and she's like, "Oh my god, it burns! It burns! It burns!" So I cut the light on, and she had a travel pack Colgate toothpaste there, and this idiot rubbed the Colgate on her vagina.
Oh, fucking idiot!
I didn't get any because I laughed at her, but
I mean, wouldn't you know by the texture that's not?
You would think
lubricant.
You would think
it's toothpaste is thick as fuck.
Yeah, she was.
Even if you get the gel one.
Yeah. She must have been lost in my eyes. You know how that is.
Hey, but you got to give her props for trying to be sexy for you.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But it was an epic fail, but it was pretty funny.
I have a friend who told me that he had a girl over and then he was eating hot Cheetos, right? Mm-hmm. And then things kind of got heated. And he forgot he had hot Cheeto dust on his fingers.
Oh my god!
And then he started fingering her.
Mm-hmm. And it ended poorly.
It ended poorly, definitely.
Yeah, I've had. You ever used the fire and ice condoms?
I've thought about it, but I don't know. I'm afraid of that. I don't know.
They feel pretty good. Like I haven't used one in probably 6 years or something now.
Are we talking that condom or condoms in general?
I was talking about that specific condom.
Okay. Do you use condoms, honestly?
Yes.
Why did you say it like that? You're fucking lying. Because you know why? You're afraid people are going to listen to this and to think you're a dirty motherfucker and not want to fuck you. Same.
Wrap it up. Let me shout out my little brother right now. Wrap that shit up, boy.
Don't be like him.
I do use condoms. I may occasionally forget to put one on.
Okay. Sober?
No, and that's also with like a girl that I've been with for a little while now.
What's a little while?
Like 3 weeks.
Okay.
It's a little while.
Well, it's a little bit. Yeah.
Like I said, a little while, But like especially like if I got like multiple, I don't have sex with multiple people without wearing a condom. I only have one partner that gets the no condom privilege.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And then we've already had the birth control talk and all that shit handled. So I'm not gonna wake up with that problem.
I had a scare.
Pregnancy scare or age scare or
pregnancy.
Okay.
Because I never. So I'm kind of like you. Mm-hmm. So probably a little more reckless. Because I have self-destructive habits from childhood. So, anyways, I've never had to get a plan B ever in my life.
Okay.
And
that's a pretty good pull-out average right there. You're crushing it.
Well, a lot of them kind of had birth control, and kind of assumed this one did. And even if they don't, they kind of when you get heated up, they're kind of like, yeah, it's coming me.
Yeah, that is some.
They do that even if they're not on it,
shit.
and that's what I did. Yeah, I'm stupid as fuck. And then it's like, you're on birth control, right? But you always ask after.
Yeah,
even if
they want,
even if they want you, yeah, because you're so stupid. You're just an animal at that point. And then you're just like, so yeah, you get that post nut clarity. Like, you're on birth control, right? Because you don't want to ask before, because then if they say no, then you're gonna be like, oh, okay, then I guess we shouldn't. But I'm fucked up in the head, so I was like, okay. And she's like, no, and I was like, well, what the fuck?
Why would she tell you? See, that's the thing. That seems like she was trying to trap you. To me, anyway.
Other girls definitely have. Maybe not this one. For sure, not this one. But other girls have. Other girls definitely have. For sure, tried.
I've had friends talk about their girls like they're dating and they know she's not on birth control, but they've been together so long, so they're not wearing condoms, and like wrap her legs around to try to hold.
Dude,
that shit happens, dude.
It does. It's like some jujitsu shit. Like they trap you, and then I've had girls do that and like do an evil chuckle and smile.
Oh, you got me fucked up.
Yeah, and this one a girl that did this was like 4 months ago.
I thought you were gonna say she was like a 4. I was like,
No.
this ugly bitch wrapped her legs around
Yeah,
me.
if it was a 4 hour, it would have been done like within a minute. I was like, yeah, just real quick, like you're popping like, like just real quick. No, but she had the evil fucking smile, and it kind of scared. It turned me on and scared me at the same time because I was like, oh, she knows what she's fucking doing.
Yeah.
Also because they want to know that they made you nut when you didn't want to nut, because that's like a power play.
Yeah.
Right? Can the man hold his nut in? You know.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes, like, you ever had sex and decided not to finish?
I've never done that.
You got to do that.
I've done it on accident because it just got soft and I couldn't get it back.
Well, you can't. That doesn't count. You got to do it. Like, you got to pull out and be like, she's satisfied and be like, all right, that's it for me, babe. I'm gonna go ahead and get some shit done, and then leave.
I want to try that.
That is a massive brain fuck.
Well, doesn't your fucking abdomen hurt? Blue balls?
You can go jerk
Oh, you
off
just
or
finish it off?
something. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to. You don't make yourself suffer.
Okay,
Just to fuck with her. Like.
Well, how many times have you done that more than once to like one specific person?
Yeah.
And then what does that do? What's like the result of that? You've seen?
It makes them fuck you harder the next time.
Oh, to try to get you to nut, which makes it more enjoyable in a sense. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Should give it a shot.
We'll see. I just got to find somebody I actually find attractive and we get along.
Yeah, that's
because nowadays
that's
it's
step
just, like I want something more than just the hotness. Because I'm just like, I don't know, man. Like I've been having trouble keeping it up because I just don't I don't vibe with. I just can't fuck just to fuck for the sake of it. Now it's like if I just don't really personally feel even a little bit of connection. I don't know. I just can't get into it.
How old are you? 20?
I'm 31.
31?
Yeah. It's not because my dick don't work.
No, I'm not saying it's because your dick don't work. It's
Okay.
just like the older you get, the less. I definitely understand that. Like I know that the older you get, you tend to not wake up with morning wood and shit like that, and it's just like kind of depressing. But also too, if you watch a lot of porn, that could be a problem too. Yeah,
I wake up with morning wood, but it's definitely not like how it was before. But I still wake up with morning wood.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not that old, man. Come on.
Hey, you said yeah. I'm just trying to help.
No,
you out here.
the not getting up thing is because it's a mental thing.
Oh, because you're disgusted with her as a person. Just like, yeah, look at you, you nasty pig. I can't.
With your onion field.
If this was hairy chick, that completely makes sense. I get you.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah, but I will admit this though, because it happened like twice. It made me. I psyched myself out, and I made myself think that indeed there is something wrong with my dick. So
If you start doing that, you will experience problems. I had a friend that went on a 6-year drought because of that.
Really?
A 6-year drought because of that.
Because he
thought his dick didn't work. He went to the hospital like 5 years into it, and like the doctor ran some tests or something, and he was like, "Your dick is fine. You just don't have any confidence."
Yeah. So what happened? So here's what I had to do to alleviate that. Like, because I convinced myself that, and I knew, I was thinking in my head too. Like, I think I'm making it even worse than what it really is, because I'm creating a story in my head, like a narrative. So like I don't watch porn, but I put on porn for like 2 or 3 days in a row, and it's like jacked off to see if my dick would work. And like, because I planted that seed of my dick is fucked up, the first, was it 2 times? 2 times it wasn't really working. Like I was like, oh my God, I think something's wrong. And then I started thinking like, oh, it's because I'm too lean now, because I don't have enough fat. Because I Googled it and they're saying you need fat for like testosterone and all this. So I was like going down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, dude, I gotta get my T levels checked.
Yeah.
Like my dick is, I'm only 30. What the fuck? 31? Fuck, dude. And then finally by the 3rd day, I was like, just chill.
You just got to be in the moment.
In the power. Yeah.
Yeah. You just have to. You have to get into the moment. Yeah.
And it was just powerful. And I was like, I said this out loud. I was like, oh, thank God. And then I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh, okay. And I did this, hands up. I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I did that. This is just maybe like 2 weeks ago I did this.
Okay.
So now I'm a lot more calm, and it's just like I'm more okay. So it made me feel like I had to fuck to see, oh, does my dick work? But, because I did a self-check. I'm okay. Thank God. It's scary, man.
We all have that as men, like that confidence like check when you can't get it up. Like I had this one time I laid the worst dick of my sexual experience. This one chick, she was friends with my roommate, and like he was like super friend zoned and in denial about it. And I asked him, I said, is this your girl? He was like, oh, I wouldn't fuck her with a 10-inch pole. I was like, that's stupid. You could just use your dick. But like he was like, no, he didn't want to fuck her. So I was like, okay, cool. So then like she came on to me, and we went upstairs to my room, and we've been drinking gin and tonics all day. So we started making out, and nothing happened. Oh, nothing at all.
While you're kissing her, you're thinking like,
yeah. And like I don't like, usually I was like, I felt no wiggle or anything, and I was like, oh fuck. And she touched, she's like, you okay? Is everything like I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, and I'm like spraying water on my face and all types of shit. It took me probably 15 minutes just to get it up, and then when I finally got it up, I came quick.
Yeah,
that was
because of the mental.
Oh
yeah,
she was so disappointed. I could just see it in her face that I would never see her again, and I didn't.
Yeah, see, that's what happened with one of the girls.
Yeah.
Recently, and I came super fast because of that. So, yeah, man. See, all that pressure. It's so much other pressure.
It's so much pressure on the dudes.
Man. Yeah,
it's so much pressure on us. But like, you have to perform. Like, sex is. They expect us to be good at sex before we've ever even had sex, and then also it's our fault because we're never honest about it. Like, when we're virgins, we don't say we're virgins. We're like, oh yeah, I'm drowning in pussy, and then you go in there and fucking do horrible.
Do you know what I would say to make it seem like I was not a virgin?
What?
I would say, like, they would talk about sex, and I'd be like, yeah, you know, man. I would, like, fake ask for advice. I'd be like, hey, so, like, you know, like, okay, like you've done anal, right? Like, I've never done it. Like, I've done everything else, but, like, is it really as messy as they say? Like, is it like that? And then they just going, like, oh, yeah, bro, I got you, man. Like, you know, and they're going into it.
Mm-hmm.
So then they think I'm not a virgin because of that. Because I'm asking for advice about anal. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't even know what the pussy feels like. So I would do elaborate little like smoke screens like that.
That's pretty smart though.
Yeah.
To get information.
But nobody accused me of being a virgin. It was just me in my head feeling like I had to keep up with this thing, this like image of there was no image.
That was like us in 6th grade. Like nobody at my lunch table was a virgin, or so they said, except for this one kid. His name was Devin, and like they were like ragging on him for being a virgin. He was like, "Yeah, I'm a virgin. So what?" And then like after that, nobody ragged on him. It was like there's power in just owning what you are.
That is 100% true, and that's it. That's with anything.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you live at home with your mom? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And she makes me Korean food sometimes. I love it. Then what are they gonna say? I mean, nobody's directly said that to me, but I put it out there literally for thousands of people. Like I say it all the time.
Yeah.
Because that way it empowers myself. Because like I would before I would try to hide it as I was growing on like, you know, social media and stuff, because it was so brand new to me, and it started making me get kind of like, I started kind of reverting to my insecure self. Because in person, I have no problem saying whatever the fuck I want to say.
Yeah.
But the internet world is just like, it's a different type of thing if you're not used to it, right? And even if you get used to it, it still gets to you because it's, I don't know, it's the internet. And then I got sick of myself for being like that, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna say it, even if it cock blocks me or whatever. I was like, fuck it. And now I'm just a lot more like relaxed about it.
Yeah, you're finally being your true self, you know?
Yeah, and I'd even have guests over, and I'd fucking put the fucking portraits down. I would put the portraits down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Because I got paranoid in my head. Like I thought I'd be judged and shit. So like,
well, this is LA too, so everything is expensive.
Yeah, and really though, like, I know why I'm home.
And you're home with a plan too, so that's different than just being home.
Exactly, just to like
you just failed.
Yeah, try to suck my own dick, like do yoga and shit, because nobody wants to talk to me. Yeah. So I don't know, man. It's like I don't know. It's a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I commend you for making a move from completely from opposite side of the country to come here to like be pursuing your shit.
That was insane. Like when I always think that my story isn't interesting until I look back at it, and then I was like, a lot of people wouldn't have done the shit that I've done so far, like just packing your car up and moving with your friend. We were in Kansas when we found out that the house we were supposed to move to, we didn't get it. We were like halfway down Route 70 in Kansas.
Oh.
In the plains. Like, you know, nothing. You get a call like, yeah, your friend's credit isn't that great, so we're going to go ahead and give the house to somebody else. And I was like, cool. And then my dad called like right after that. He asked, and I was just like, honestly, hey, we just found out we didn't have a house because old boy's credit's not that good. And that dude's trying to argue with me because his credit's fucked up. So like just shit like that. Just coming here. It was a journey. It was a journey. 5 days sleeping in a Hyundai Sonata with everything in it, so you couldn't recline the seats.
Damn, just straight up.
Just straight up
With
at
a
rest
good
stops.
posture, like,
yeah, just like this at rest stops. You sleep for 3 hours and drive again. And then finally got here and stayed up till like 6 a.m. meeting people in LA because that's when I ran into Black Jesus. Like that's
In the streets?
Well, no, we ended up. I met him backstage at a show I was doing. I can't remember, in 2018. But I met him there, and he said he was looking for roommates. So I was like, okay, dope. So I'm about to move out here. So we met up with him, and like he, not thinking that we were on East Coast time, would keep us up till 6 a.m. West Coast time. So it was like staying up till 9 a.m. with us.
Yeah,
it was brutal, and I didn't have anywhere to go. So I was just like, all right, fuck it. I guess I'm just gonna keep drinking and chill here till we found a spot. We shared bedrooms for the first year. Wow, that was grown men shouldn't share bedrooms. That is a hassle.
A lot of smells, huh?
Yeah.
A lot of resentment. A lot of like.
A lot of having to sleep on the couch if your roommate has a lady over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, those are cool stories, though. You know.
Yeah.
Like I think so. When I hear about my friends, moving, I have a friend from Virginia who made a big move too, and like for me, it's like whenever I get to the point where people really want to know my story, and like I get to like certain, I guess, goal posts that I succeed in. Like okay, I had to move back home, the do's and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
That type of story versus, I was in the East Coast and then I had to drive all the way through. With my friend, we had to sleep in the car. Like that's so cool, right?
Yeah.
But me, I'm just like, no, I moved back home.
You think it's cool, but it just sounds cool. It wasn't that.
I know, but
glorious.
It's part of a cool story though. Yeah. It's a fucking sick ass story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
definitely.
Because I hear like The Rock talk about shit like that. I was broke. I only had $6.53 in my wallet at the time. So that's why my company's called $7.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And it hits you, you're like, oh fuck.
Damn, that's so much deeper. Yeah, you feel that story.
Yeah.
I mean, you have your own triumphs too. Like moving back home with your mom. That is a story in and of itself.
No, I know. There's definitely a lot of things. I mean, like I moved back home specifically so I could not work with my team or just in general to like fix my childhood trauma shit. Because like I was gonna hang myself.
Oh shit!
Right before I moved back home, so that's why I was like, I got to move home and figure this out because this is before I started pursuing my dream. So that's like,
what were you doing at that time? I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was doing a digital marketing, and I was living with three or four other people, and that was like the team. And I just kept doing things up to the age of 28.
Did you hate that job?
Yeah, and I felt more guilty because I thought because I met them working for Ty Lopez, and I thought, if I worked with my friends, it would get better, and it didn't get better. So I felt guilty for that, and it just made me feel worse and worse. Because everything I've done up to 28, I'm 31 now, was not for me because of what I thought I had to do because of like the way I was raised and just getting blah blah. So it's a whole thing, and then it just got to the point where I was like, dude, why? Like I was so depressed. I was thinking about like suicide every second of the day. So that's like my story, but then like. I'd rather not. I mean, I'm open to talk about it to people because I do, and I made a video about it. But like, I just kind of like, I the I had to drive like cross country, like I sleep in a car, like it sounds so cool, and I sleep in a bed, and and you got the funny cool like we still got pussy, like he'd have to be on a couch, and we'd have to sleep on the floor, when a girl would come over, like that's like a cool ass story, but you know what I mean? Like I want stories like that.
It's just it's not that your story is not cool. It's just a different aspect. Like,
I know, but I want that story.
Well, you can't have that story.
I want that story because it's still like deep, but it's still lighthearted. But mine, it's like it's not like a. Oh yeah, that's deep. It's like really like serious and like deep like raw shit. So like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I want to be able to just be like, you had to sleep in a car,
Yeah, but your stakes and your stories the stakes were so much higher because like, you were contemplating ending life and there's no coming back from that. I could have just turned around in Kansas. Like I could have just backed the fuck out.
Yeah, okay.
You see, but that I mean that's a dope story.
Yeah. I shared a lot of that in like a 50-minute video, which I was afraid to share. But I posted it, and
but there's power in that.
Yeah. There's a lot of power in it, and it made me like be more vulnerable, and people were very receptive to it. Like they were like, I want to do that or this and that. So it's cool because like because you're more than a stand up. You're a rapper, and then just what like we all do more than just like stand up, and it's kind of like you're always kind of at this. this internal battle within of, do I do everything from a stand-up perspective with everything I do because I'm like the comedy guy, but am I really just a comedy guy? Because the more you only do that and you put yourself in a box, the more other aspects of your personality suffer. So it's like, now it's like kind of like that's the issue I've been struggling with lately. So I've been putting out different stuff, trying to figure out like me as a creative and like, what am I trying to do with all this? Especially because we haven't been, sure, there's some open mics, but really, like, I'm like,
it's not a lot going on.
Yeah, it's not a lot going, you know? So
like, we would have been like, Jonathan just hit his 1 year in comedy and I hit mine in January. And I've definitely seen improvement, but I feel like we would have been further along if it wasn't for the whole COVID thing. Yeah. So I completely understand what you're saying with that. I lost my train of thought, but I was gonna say something.
But your face was super like
I had something
important shit was gonna come out.
It was right here
saw,
and just
I fucking saw.
Yeah.
Do you struggle with anything like that where it's like, okay, or are you good at being able to be like, okay, like I did the music, did this, like stand comedy, and like, you know what I mean, like
Well, my biggest thing too, because back when I first started putting skits on Instagram was like 2017, and I got away from it because I didn't like the box that it was putting me in. Like
the skits?
Yeah. It was not like the skits I do now. They were a lot less production value and stuff like that. And it just seemed like I was just a goofball. And I don't want to be perceived as a goofball. I want to be perceived as, an artist or something more like that. And I feel like with comedy, especially on Instagram, you can get put in that little box. And I call it like the Shiggy box. Like Shiggy put out music and stuff and he's never taken seriously and stuff like that just because of the dancing that he did,
What kind of dancing was it? Like TikTok style shit?
He danced on the Kiki, like the Drake song Kiki.
Like those type of dances.
He was going out on tour with Drake and dancing and stuff like that. That's what really blew him up. But like I feel like he's in this weird space now because like that moment's over and nobody really they just go to him for silly shit.
Because the silly shit's what blew him up. So that's like they're looking through the lens of that.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Like it's like first impression. So that's how you're seen by the world now. And that's what I was afraid of.
Okay. Because for me, it's like I'm not doing the music thing. So I think people, the feedback I get is that they do appreciate when I get serious about stuff too. Because they know me first and foremost as like, humorous guy. But it's like, oh, he has this other side of him. But that's still in the same like kind of plane of like personality and expression through like kind of word of mouth versus like music. Like that's different then because you're not just talking. It's like it's a different art form. You know what I mean? So I can see how that could impact that in that type of manner, right?
It's also too with like with artistry in general, just music, stand up, video, whatever. But like when you tell your story, it's a how personal do I want to get with the people, because like you could get real deep and feel very vulnerable, and then people will feel like they know you more and they'll respect you more, but you feel like you lose some of yourself, So it's like this weird balance between like the pop stars, like it's like the Baby versus Kid Cudi. Like, Kid Cudi puts a lot of himself into his music and stuff like that, so we feel more connected to him. Whereas the Baby keeps an image, like not saying anything's wrong with the Baby, but he keeps an image and
that's his style.
That's his style. Yeah. He keeps it the same. It's more like pop versus soul, I guess.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what the hell was I gonna say? That's gonna fuck with me. I can't remember. Oh well.
Okay, you're almost 30, right?
No, I'm 28.
Yeah, you're almost. You're in denial, my friend. You're in denial.
Yeah,
you're gonna be in the club soon.
Yeah, that's getting quicker and like closer and closer.
Yeah, when's your birthday?
September 16th. So I just turned 28.
Oh, you just turned 28. Yeah, but you know what? You'll get here.
Yeah, I know. My brother reminds me all the time. He's 20. He turns 21 next year. So he's like, "You're old."
Yeah, he's way younger than you.
Yeah, he's 8 years younger than me. I heard he was listening to a song that was remade of I don't know if you remember "Bitch Get in My Car" by 50 Cent.
How does that one go? What's the hook?
I got no pickup lines. I stay on the grind. I tell them hoes all the time, "Bitch, get in my car."
Oh, is that from his the album with like the vest on?
The one with the script sharp.
Like Many Men. Is it with
no? That's the one before it. It was on the Massacre.
Okay. I heard that song. Yeah.
It was on that was his second studio album. Anyway, they did a remix of that, and they were rapping on it, and I was like, this sounds fucking horrible. This is nothing like the original. And he was like, you sound mad old right now, bro.
Oh.
And it hurt. It hurt to see like that quickly I got old. You know, like that South Park episode.
You're not with the times.
Like that South Park episode where everything starts to sound like shit.
I gotta.
You don't watch South Park?
I love South Park, but I haven't kept up to date with it.
Yeah.
So I need to.
That's not too much to catch up on. But yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I wouldn't even bother. But I don't actually watch it. That's just an episode I remember. Yeah. But fuck. What was I going to say? God damn it. Never mind. Anyway.
It's okay. This happens all the time.
Yeah.
To me. Yeah. Like my mental focus is very low right now because I was just in my bed looking at my phone and just like checking my notifications and giving myself high levels of anxiety. You know, when you just keep refreshing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do that? The endless scroll on Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Like you just get on and open it. Like I'm gonna start cutting my phone off during the day.
Yeah.
Like the addiction is getting that bad.
It's really bad right now, and that's why my anxieties and my sleep has been bad because I'm choosing to fucking torture myself.
Yeah.
It's bad, dude.
Yeah.
And then it makes me hate people. It makes me hate my friends. I'm like, oh, you doing that? You're hanging out with your family? Fuck you. But seriously, it's so bad. It's just like a compound effect of just like resentment towards. And I love these people, but it's just like my brain's just like, yeah, fuck everybody. You know?
Every accomplishment, because that's all they post is their accomplishments.
But that's not even an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Like the family. But to me, I'm being hateful. I'm like, yeah, fuck you. Yo, I can't see my family. We got to do a Zoom Christmas event because my family's scared of Corona.
Yeah.
It's jealousy. It's envy. I'm envious.
Yeah, I'm dangerously addicted to my phone, and I've noticed that so much. Like I'll be like working on something, and I'll get a notification, and it'll be an Instagram note, and I'll go send somebody a message back, and then I hit the home button, and I'm going through for 30 minutes.
Yeah,
and I don't even like things. I'm not even hitting the like button. I'm just endlessly scrolling.
Yeah,
it's the stupidest shit in the world.
And you're not getting any real emotional impact from it because you're not really present with any of it. You're just this happened. Oh fucking like 6ix9ine fucking got fucked in the ass. Okay, right. And it's like shit you don't even really care about, and then you're like, oh, maybe I should care about it because other people care about it because of the metrics.
Mm-hmm. But it's very similar to gambling addiction, is what they say. That it's called some type of loop that you just in this
feedback loop.
Yeah, you're just in this state where it just happens. Like you're not doing much, but it feels good because you're getting a hit of dopamine every time you scroll, and every time they pull the lever, they get another hit of dopamine.
And because you have control over it, you're the one that's doing the action. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
yeah. So that's why I'm trying to get away from it. I stopped sleeping with my phone next to the bed. Like that's hard.
It's very hard to do that.
To go to bed, they hear the phone go off and not get it.
Man, I'll leave a podcast on like next to me thinking I'm being productive, but that's an excuse for me to keep it there, wake up 2 hours later at like 4 a.m, and then open up Instagram and just look at dumb shit.
Yep.
And then I'm getting like, then I see random messages from people that I'm trying not to answer because I'm like, oh, they're going to think I'm like a loser if I answer at this time.
Immediately.
Because they don't know me. They don't know me.
Everybody does that.
If it's friend, I don't care. But if it's somebody I don't really know that well, I'll do it later. Especially if it's a girl. I'm like, no, she needs to think that I'm sleeping with somebody.
Girls do that too, though. They do that.
They do.
They'll mess you 4 hours later, like nothing happens. So
or longer.
Yeah.
And then and you know how, and especially if you've been around them and they're always on their phone, then you think about that and it makes you rageful. But if you call them out, then you're an angry misogynist.
Exactly. And you can see the green dot next to her fucking bubble on Instagram, so you know she's online and she's just ignoring your message. So I just do it back.
I know, right?
I just do it right back.
I hate it, dude. I hate this stupid fucking game because you get a little bit of hope in the way they message, and then you show a little bit of too much attention, and then they're like, "Oh, fuck this guy." Then you don't ever like respond to their stories or stuff, and then they 2 weeks later they're like, "Oh, hey, hi." Yeah. I'm tired of it.
Do you know how many women from out of state will message me just to have a texting buddy?
I know because I've been there.
That is the most infuriating thing in the world.
You know what's more fucking annoying?
What?
When they're out of their fucking country.
Yeah.
And they're on different time zones. And it's like, hey, we should talk. And I'm like, about what? So I fall in love with your distance? Because that's possible.
Yeah, fuck
I'm not
that.
impervious to that.
Fuck that. You would do a long distance relationship?
I did it before.
Why?
It sucked.
Why'd you do that to yourself?
Because I was desperate.
That's why I was desperate. No, but at the same time too, like the more recent one, she was from East Coast. That one also came from because of the fact that I didn't fully heal from the breakup. It was only 3 months after my breakup, after a 2-year relationship. So I didn't realize I was really trying to fill a void and like replace that with some kind of emotional connection. But we definitely had no real like.
Well, you guys weren't really together. She was just a figment of your imagination, basically, like somebody on the other side of the country.
No, I fucked her.
Oh, so you had met up?
Yeah, twice.
How long were you together?
We weren't like it was no official thing, but we were just like
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not a
I thought you
relationship.
meant like you were like an official long distance relationship.
No, it was like, but it ended up being like exclusive because this is when I first started kind of getting my like crazy like spike initially on TikTok, and like a bunch of girls were like hitting on me. It doesn't happen anymore, but initially, because when you're a new face, girls get interested, and then if other girls do it, social proof.
Yeah.
So at that moment, that's what that was, and she just managed to somehow catch my attention and like stand out a little bit. So I just kind of ignored other girls, and then just, you know.
That's where you fucked up right there.
I did.
That is where you fucked up.
I did.
You cannot
100%.
ignor other girls.
I fucked up because now I don't get that, and I miss that attention.
Yeah.
I still get it a little bit here, like a tiny bit, but it's so tiny and it's so rare that it makes me feel. Because you get addicted to that. Because I never had that attention before, so I had to get good at like spitting game and like walking up to them and doing all that and getting used to moments of like just myself and rejection. But then all of a sudden you get all that attention and they're like, here's money, here's some money, like to spoil you, and then it goes away. You're like, fuck, it's like a drug addiction. You kind of miss it.
You can get it back. I don't think you're leveraging your platform.
No, but
Like
I'm not trying to leverage for that.
Leverage the platform for vagina. What are you doing?
No. I
Go get one of the cute dancers, message her, be like, you see me, I'm popping, bitch. What's good?
But do you know where I'm at now though? It's I don't really want to, because I saw what happens when you kind of date a fan. They don't really know you like for you.
Oh, you don't date fans. You got to date other influencers.
Oh.
Yeah, like, so you're in the club now.
That's what
Like,
you mean.
Yeah, you're in the club
I
now.
see.
So, like, if you had, like,
Okay.
the 10K plus club on Instagram, like, if I have a K next to my following on Instagram and it's real followers, I can message somebody with 50K and I'm more likely to get a response than if I just had 130 followers.
That is true, huh?
Because it's social proof behind whatever I'm doing is actually something. And especially if what you're doing is in a related field. Like, since you're doing comedy, you hit up some other comedy chick, you could get into that circle, you know? Get into those panties. It's up to you.
Panties. No. I'm not. I'm trying. Even though there's like attractive people, I'm
Try
trying
not to shit where you eat.
Yeah. Because that matters more to me than anything. But also, it's cold, so I've been feeling more lonely.
Yeah.
So I've been more tempted to try to be like, well, I mean, I feel like we get along, but then it's like, how do I know? You don't know unless you feel that energy when you're around somebody in person, right? Because that's a very, very different thing.
If you don't know, don't ask. If you're not sure that she wants you, don't ask her out. Especially if you work together. Like, you should feel that she
how would I
wants
know?
to be. I mean, the signs would be there. She would be
But through
hitting
social
you
media.
up. Yeah, hitting you up, messaging you first, trying to get your attention, and you're kind of like, you're the one being pursued.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm really dumb at that. That's been happening with certain people, but then my brain is good at self-sabotage and thinking I'm worthless.
Yeah.
So then I'd be like, I'll like do like a thing where, because I lost my game during this time where I'm not socializing, so it's not the same.
That's what we need. We need like a guys' night where we can go hit the bar or something, but we can't hit a bar.
That's what I'm
because of COVID.
saying, because we would fucking kill it,
Yeah, we
man.
could get
You
some,
and I,
get
dog.
some bitches, and we gotta bring Jonathan with us.
Black and yellow too. We got all the colors. Black, yellow, and what is it?
And I guess brown. I don't know.
It does,
He's not really.
is there a
brown.
song that's like that?
Black and yellow? Black
Besides,
and yellow.
I know, but where's a
We gotta kick him out then. Just black and yellow.
Yeah, or we could do a remix. Nah, fuck that. Black and yellow. Yeah,
black and
and yellow, and then Jonathan. No, but yeah, that see, like I miss that shit. That's where like I like thrive, like in person shit. So like, I don't know, man. Like we talked a lot about me and the dating thing. What about you? Like, where are you at?
In dating?
Are you dating somebody? Do you want a relationship? What do you feel, dog?
Am I dating someone?
Oh,
I'm not dating anyone. I'm keeping my options open. Let's put it that way.
so you're just fucking around.
No, kinda. Yeah. Like, not really fucking around. Just, got a couple of love interests, if you will. But I'm not trying to settle down. Does that make sense? No.
I'm feeling this energy within me.
What is that?
It's a small mixture of resentment and envy.
Small mixture of resentment and envy.
Just a little bit, just a tiny bit. like 3%, like a 3%, like very low level.
Okay, I can deal with that.
And it's because you have things I don't have.
It's not
because you're cool with it. Me, I'm like, well, I technically do, but I'm not happy with it.
Yeah, like it's not. I realized too recently, like over the last couple of years, like the more I liked the girl, the less interested in me she was. So the more I got focused on doing my own thing, the more the options started coming up. So now it's like you get to select who you want to be with. Well, then get better looking. It's way easier for a guy to get better looking than for a girl. All you have to do is put some muscle on and dress nice. I mean, you got half the battle done already. You don't really need that much muscle. You're fit. But on Tinder and stuff like that,
I like the way I look.
You look great.
Thank you. No, but definitely on like Tinder and stuff, extra like mass,
it helps.
Makes difference.
It helps.
For sure. Especially after seeing Jonathan do that experiment. I was like, well,
it helps.
That made me, but then I don't want to put in that. Like, I like that.
Well, that's what they're looking for on Tinder. That's what they want.
That's true.
That's the excitement they're looking for. That's not necessarily the guy that they're going to date, but that's the guy that they want to fuck. That is very true. So if you want to get more girls, then you got to become what they want.
No, I don't want that type of shit. Like, cause if I just wanted pussy, like I could easily just like spit like game and like cold approach. But I don't really want to do that because like I'm at the place now where I don't want to put extra effort when I don't know who the fuck they are.
Yeah.
Just to talk like all day, like hey, you need to tell you like.
Oh, don't talk all day. I don't talk all day.
I mean, not talk all day, but going out there and doing that shit. Like, I want to do the thing we talked about, like going to a fucking karaoke bar or like a.
That's the easy thing, but when COVID's not ending the world, that's when you could do that.
I know,
again.
but like I miss the past.
What do your pictures look like on Tinder? Do you have like professional looking photos?
Oh, here's the thing. I do want to experiment with that again because I don't have Tinder right now. But
do you have any selfies on there? You don't have it Tinder, so never mind.
I had Tinder, but I want to update it with the way I look now. Plus, like I'm more fit now with actual like Tinder meant photos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've learned a few things. Like they're like, oh, you don't look at the camera. Like kind of like look away. Like look cool. Like different things that my other friends do. So yeah, I do want to try it.
You should definitely try it. But the last thing you want to do is take a selfie by yourself. Not even the mirror selfie, but the selfie where you're just holding, like you're sitting on the couch and it's your face.
Like Snapchat.
Yeah, that just looks like I'm depressed. That's what women see, and it's an immediate left swipe. Yeah.
So you have a bunch of photos, like 5 or what?
I think I have 6 on Tinder.
6. Do you have a shirtless one?
Yes.
Okay. How did you take that? Did you have somebody take it? Like, are you in a like action of something? Or
I want to change it because right now it's just a picture of a hat that says Black Lives Matter, and like I'm facing down, and like you can just see my muscles, but in a black backdrop. Which I mean, it's working because it gets girls' attention. But I want something more like I'm at the beach and I'm not trying so hard. Like this just happens to be my body.
Like candid, like almost,
yeah,
right? Because
that's
what they were. Some of my friends were saying, like you want to get more of those candid ones where you're just kind of just like naturally, like it. It shows that you do stuff, but you're not trying to show that you do stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, you want to show your life through it. And actually, I've gotten more matches since I started doing stand up and posting those pictures too.
Like if you're holding the microphone and stuff?
Just holding the microphone and being on stage. Those pictures.
I have a photo like that, but I never tried it with.
Because that picture says a lot about you. Like it says that you're outgoing, you're okay with rejection. You're funny. Just it gives a lot more about you, and you have something going on that the woman can come into. Like a lot of dudes that they live at home with their mom and don't do anything have nothing going on. So why would a woman want to come be a part of your life? Like you have no direction you're going in versus somebody that has hobbies, have a world I can introduce her to. That definitely helps.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I definitely do want to do that because I mean at this point, man, like. I'm not gonna even say it. I don't even know. No,
go for it.
No, I don't even know what I'm saying.
At this point,
no, dude, I don't know. I don't know what I want.
Nobody knows what they want. We're all faking it.
when it comes to relationship and dating, I don't know what the fuck I want, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a hard one. Like, I don't know, because actually my dad just had the me and your mother want grandkids conversation with me the other day.
Oh my god,
that was heavy. I was like, you got 2 other kids, buddy. Yeah.
Do you want kids?
Not right now. I do
Later.
But
You really want kids?
Yeah.
How many kids?
Like 7.
Are you serious?
No, like
like 7. You fucking psychopath.
maybe like 4, like a decent size.
Oh, did you grow up in a big family?
I have 2 siblings, so I have a younger brother and a younger sister, but my dad had 7. He was one of 8, and that family with the cousins and stuff like that 50, like I got 50 something first cousins, like that feeling. I want my kids to be able to recognize that feeling, you know.
Jesus Christ, man.
So man, I might shoot for 7. Who knows?
50?
Yeah.
That would be sick. I wish I had stuff like that. I don't.
It's mad first cousins, and I'm just on one side too, so it's a lot of family. Yeah, so like we're like deep in Mississippi and stuff like that, in Chicago.
And you guys would have like big like get-togethers?
Yeah, like big family reunions. It'd be like 100 people. Yeah, and everybody's either first, or second cousin. Like no, like some cousins are like my grandmother's sister's children or grandchildren, stuff like that. But
I mean, it's got to be so big that it's almost like you know your family, but it's more of a feeling of like we know each other, but we're not like. Does it get like that when it's so big like that?
Yes and no. It's definitely, it's still love and stuff there. Like you'd still like know each other, but it's a lot of going to the store in Mississippi and my grandmother be like, "That's your cousin. That's your cousin.
Oh,
that's your like related to everybody."
Oh.
Like I wouldn't try to date anybody down there because there's
Might
so
be your
much
cousin,
yeah, so much family down there.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get at next.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Do any of your cousins date the other cousins?
No, not that I know of.
Because if it's so big and there is like lack of like that familial feeling, you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, the family dispersed though, because like there's family in Chicago, and then the kids move on to where they are. So now Indiana, Vegas, Louisiana. So like I got family like all over the country now.
See, that's why I get nervous about being attracted to Korean girls with the last name Kim, because that's my last name, and I'm not sure if we might be related, because there's a lot of extensions of that.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, guys, if so we had to restart the recording, so if it seems like super not transition well, that's the reason why. Because I don't remember what the fuck we were talking about. Transparency, honesty, that's the key. What the fuck, where's the timer on this? Yeah. Damn, dude, fucking.
You don't want a smartwatch like Apple Watch?
I don't want one because I'm going to always check it.
That is true. I never thought about that. I don't want one because I have a collection of watches and I don't want to, that to take over,
What do you mean?
Like I have like I bought different watches that I like to wear and rotate with outfits. And if I get one of the iPhone, that's the only watch I'll wear. That's what Jonathan told me.
So that's why you don't get one.
That's why I don't want it.
You're right, because a lot of people who do have that is all they wear. But the main reason why is because I want to know what time it is. But I caught myself going back to the phone addiction thing. When you go to your phone for everything, including the time, it only makes the addiction worse. So I was like, let me cut out this one thing by getting like a watch. And plus, I could use a timer on it, alarm, and it serves all the functions.
That alarm will wake you up, that light beep?
I put that on and I put alarm on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Two, just in case I don't wake up or I turn this one off or I turn this one off, right? So, and plus I like it. I like this style of digital retro watches. So I have like 4 of these different types.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I do that. I don't know. And plus I have a skinny ass wrist, so I don't get like those big watches. So if I get a watch like that a lot of guys get with a big face, then it just makes my wrist looks fucking tiny as shit. So I got a little skinny Asian wrist, so
It looks well.
Yeah, that's why.
Not the wrist, the watch. Yeah.
Yeah, no, fuck the wrist. Like chop it off. Chop it off. Cut it off.
So speaking of Apple Watches, that's like kind of making a cyborg. So you're going to get one of those Neuralink brain things when they come out in 10, 15, 5 years?
No, because with what I do now, because it's so like heavily social media oriented. Because dude, trust me, man, when I say I want to self-sabotage it, lately I just want to leave it for like a month. I just want to not be around social media. Like before I got this whole thing happening, I would just not. I would take like a month break, 2 months break, and I feel good.
Yeah.
I would feel so good. I wouldn't feel FOMO thinking I need to check the notifications and just like, no temptation to just like, oh, what's going on here? Like, I just, but because I have to, keep myself in people's ecosystem for the most part on certain platforms. Like, yeah, I could go like maybe a couple days without it. But if I'm just, taking too long and it's a constant thing, or maybe it could even be a thing in my head that makes me feel that way. But besides like podcasts, because that's different. But like, I don't know, man. Like what they say is true. The more you get, the more you feel like you have to lose.
Yeah, I mean that's very true too. You have to stay in people's faces on social media, or you'll lose your fan base. You'll lose the interaction because of the algorithm.
Yeah, but there's also some people who post that have hundreds of thousands of followers that get like a fucking shitload of views. That posts like once a month, but when they do post, it's like a pretty fire ass skit like on TikTok and stuff. So there is that. So I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure out what's the best for me because I'm trying to like take care of my own mental health really because it's just I'm just dealing with a lot of anxiety, which I think a lot of it also just ties in with the fact that I haven't been sleeping because of just being on my phone. Yeah, like we were talking about. So
have you ever tried turning your notifications off?
I've done that. It's actually like what it is. It's like, I mean, I have that too. And I even made my phone black and white to try to, so I don't get as addicted to the colors and stuff. But I think a part of me just wants to completely just get away from it for like a week or 2 weeks. 2 weeks would be like pretty sick. But yeah. So that's something I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, I usually try to take a month off of just everything, like not posting the stories and stuff. And then people start to, you okay? You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I just
you usually post.
Yeah. I post a lot of being in the gym. And it's the same damn thing every time I post, just like working out in a different outfit with a different song playing. It's kind of stupid. Like that doesn't need to be documented, but people they want to see it. And people think if they don't see it that it's not happening. So people think that I'm not going to the gym anymore because I've been posting less. But I've been every day. I just stop posting as much.
Well, like not posting that you're at an open mic. Then they're like, oh, you haven't been doing any stand up. It's like,
yeah, I have.
Yeah.
And then like working out too, and like taking the time to set up a camera, it messes up the whole rhythm of your workout. Like, so you get a better workout when you're not worried about somebody seeing you work out.
Yeah, because it's so mental.
Yeah.
It's so fucking mental.
And it pulls you right out. And then every time I do it, somebody will comment on something, and then I'll start messaging them back. And now I'm the asshole on the squat rack for 15 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, dude, fucking. I know, man. Man, I love and fucking hate social media at the same time.
It brings out the best and the worst in us.
It does, dude. It does. It does. I need a nap later for sure because I didn't sleep.
You didn't sleep?
No, I told you I was on my phone.
How many hours do you get a night?
4.
Okay. Well, that is not a lot of sleep.
That's how it's always been.
Like you just used to that? So you just walk around tired most of the time?
Yeah, like before COVID happened, I would be sleeping about 3.5 to 4 hours a night, and then working like 12 to 14 hours, and then do stand up after that. So just like I've learned to function just like to hype myself up, like yeah, come on. So when I get like actual, but I've also never been able to get like full blown sleep because I just wake up in the middle of the night. So I don't know what it feels like to get like 8 hours straight.
It feels great.
I don't know what that feels.
It feels amazing.
I wish I knew what that feels.
You should try it.
Like,
I guess you can.
I've tried.
I think we're supposed to sleep like in 2 4-hour segments too. So you're supposed to sleep for 4 hours, wake up, do something, and sleep for another 4 hours.
Is that what it's supposed to be like?
I think that's how like I want to say Socrates or somebody back in those times was saying about sleep.
So okay, so when you're saying sleep for 4 hours and then do something, meaning like
sleep for 4 hours, wake up, do something, walk around the house, energy, go for a walk or something like that, and then take another nap. There's different sleep periods. Like some people sleep 4 hours at night and then take 2-hour naps during the day. And if they feel like it gives them more time because they use those other hours that they're awake productively and nobody's around to bother you. Like, do you wake up early?
Lately, not as early as before, because before I'd wake up around like 5 a.m., go to the gym.
I'm trying to get back on that, waking up at 4.
Yeah,
going back to the gym because like that when you wake up that early, like it's so peaceful. Nobody's on the road. Nobody's talking to you. You get to just get in your zone, do what you do, and then start your day. But now I've been waking up kind of late. So
And I think I know that's where also my anxiety has been stemming from too, is because I've been slacking. I've been allowing myself to procrastinate, and because I'm not on a structure like, that I was doing before with like a planner and stuff, it's like my brain's just kind of like cluttered, and it knows it needs to do stuff, and
feels guilty for not doing things.
It's a guilty thing, which it's well deserved because I am totally. It's on me, 100%.
Yeah.
I just, you know what I mean? Well, when you leave, I'm gonna go to the mall to walk around in my skinny jeans.
You know what? Okay.
Just so I feel good about myself.
You get some eyes.
No, I mean, nobody's gonna really look at me. Maybe like one person, like, oh, cool, like just a person. But just so I feel good, because like I haven't had jeans that fit like this. Like,
have you ever noticed a woman checking you out when you're like walking or something like that?
Sometimes, yeah.
Like I was
not all the time, but like here and there.
I was very clueless to it for a very long time. Like it did. Like I was walking with another girl, and she was pointing out girls checking me out, and I missed it. Like, they're great at it.
They're so fucking good at it. And then I would get into arguments with the girl, like, or if it's like a girlfriend, like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, I was just having a normal conversation. She's like, no, she was fucking hitting on you.
Yeah, and they completely missed it.
Yeah,
for years.
So yeah, I'm not that good at it. When I say sometimes, I mean very rarely. So I don't know. Like it has to be. I'm one of those. I think as guys we are really stupid at that. Like it's so hard to tell. So, but you've gotten better at it, or what?
I've gotten better at it, but I think it's more so because I'm putting on more muscle and stuff too. So I think that has something to do with getting more looks, especially like at the gym when you're wearing like the cut and you got the pump going. Like I've seen girls like you can catch them in the mirror like glimpsing at you real quick, but then you look up and they look away.
Yeah, and also, but here maybe it's also a mixture of that plus the fact that you're more aware that you're getting a better body, so you're kind of maybe looking out for it a little bit more.
Oh yeah,
a little bit of that, right?
Definitely.
Just to see like, hey, is this working?
Yeah. I remember because they shut the gym down like the beginning of this month because they had to clean for COVID, and then like a week after that, they had some incident with some crazy person that was upset about having to prove that he had a COVID test. I don't know if they're disclosing that, so I don't want to say too much, but yeah, so I wasn't able to work out for like 2 weeks, and like I felt horrible. Like I felt like I was getting fat and putting on weight, and I get a lot of it's mental because like you get used to that going to that gym and also working from home. So that I also felt like I was on house arrest. So it was like that whole feeling was just terrible. And then I went there and I'm like working out and I saw this girl check me out. I was like, oh, thank God.
I still got it.
Yeah. Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I didn't even try to talk to her. I just like, thank you. And just kept on going with the workout.
Yeah. For me, it has to be a little bit more like in my face. Like if I'm talking to them and even if I don't really know them, then I'll see them. So yeah, I'm a lot leaner and I'm like, I don't have that much mass like I used to, but like I'll see them like look at like my arms, like at like the veins and stuff, and I'll do it a few times. So it must be kind of like distracting too, because apparently I do have a decent amount.
Yeah, you got some veins going
from what I've been told. But if I was to get more mass and have the veins, pretty sure that would be like game over. But like yeah. But also my upper body grows bigger faster, so I know if I were to eat the protein,
jeans. Nobody cares. You get
I can't because I found the skinny jeans that fit me make me look taller. So I'm gonna look like a fucking
yeah. You don't want to look like a strong crackhead. That'd be a bad look.
Yeah. So yeah, my mind is jumbled. Yeah, you joined the podcast today with me just being like my mind's also jumbled because I made that video that was like heavy about my dad and all that stuff. So
you just made that today?
Yesterday. So like I re-traumatized myself. I remember things he did to me. Like physical abuse stuff that I did not like remember. I remembered more. So like I've been thinking about that the past couple whatever. What was that? 2 days ago? 1 day ago? I don't know, whatever. I've been thinking about it, and like it's been making me more like just more kind of in tune with what's going on, but not quite because I'm trying to figure it out. So you know what I mean? Like it's made me more aware of, hey, there's something going on. Don't know what it is.
It made you aware that you have some stuff you need to process.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, oh, I forgot about that. And then I'm like, oh, fuck, So I'll probably need like 2 or 3 more days to like make more sense of it and then just kind of recover from it. Cause it was heavy, dude. It was 50 minutes of me just like, let me just dig through this.
Yeah. You recorded it for the world?
I did. Yeah. I wanted to share it.
Okay.
I wanted to share it, posted it, so.
That's dope.
Yeah. I mean, I got nothing to hide. And the way I look at it too is, anything could happen to me. any of us. And if I were to fucking leave this earth like next week out of nowhere, at least I could like be at peace knowing that I left something behind that's
could help somebody else.
Still, helping, because that's a large reason why I do what I do too. Because that's what I wanted. I always wanted like a older bro or somebody to kind of help me, like tell me things are okay, or like relate to me. Like, no, I've been there. I know. So
put you on game. And
yeah,
stuff
put
like
me
that.
on game and shit. So like, and that's just stuff like that.
That's what's up, man. What was I say? You talk about your dad being like super abusive. That's pretty rough.
Yeah, man. To me and my mom.
Yeah, so it was like full blown abuse type deal. Yeah, so this was more than an ass whooping, like a spanking with a belt or something.
Let me give you a little example. It'd be like stuff like, I'd be like 6. He did this like all the way through high school too. He'd like put his fingers on my forehead as he's like going crazy and throwing me around, and I'm sitting there like I wish I could do something, but I'm just sitting there and he's like go up to me, he's like what are you gonna do? And Korean, like, no more, like that over and over. And then grab me by my arm, like drag me on the carpet, throw me around.
Oh,
like, get up. And then I get up. I'd be like this, and he'd be like,
damn.
He'd be like, get up. And
that is
like stuff like that. So so that's why I had no confidence, and I had to build it. Like he died when I was 21. Like I had to build it up to now. So
yeah.
That's why. I wasn't born like this confidence.
Do you ever think that like you ever do or say something that you're like, man, that was just like my dad, or that was just
all
like
the time?
my mom?
Last night.
What happened?
Last night, I got into a huge fight with my best friend. I said something to try to hurt his feelings, and I knew I shouldn't have said it, but I'm not gonna say what it was. But like, I purposely, like, it wasn't like full blown intent. Like I'm gonna say that to make it feel that, but I knew like in the pocket of my head,
was
like that's
not
exactly
okay.
What, and I cut him, dude. Like I fucking gutted him. Bad.
Those injuries are the hardest to get over too. Like you give somebody your trust and then they hit you with it.
But he knows me too, and it was like a thing. We were like squashing some shit, and we did, and then at the tail end, it was like all great. Like, hey, I'm glad we talked about. That's good. And then I'm like, hey, let me tell you something real quick. Like, because like,
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, like, because drama and like fucked up shit is like kind of a norm to me. So I have like, and I have a hard time differentiating sometimes like what's normal, because I grew up in like a fucking crazy household with, you got a little example right there. What I told you about, like that was normal.
Okay.
Yeah, I could.
That was just Tuesday.
That was just a Tuesday.
Damn.
And I didn't do nothing. That was just cause I'm always and I'm like, what did I do? I'm like, I didn't even know what I did. So it was like stuff like that, and I don't know, man. So that's why like like the dating stuff. That's also why I was having a hard time expressing like what I want, because I don't know, but like, I want intimacy, man. But at the same time, I don't know what it's like to be in a healthy relationship. I don't.
You should search for a healthy relationship. You should search for a partner that is aware of how to be in a healthy relationship.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't.
Yeah,
because like there's things that powerfully bind us to certain like, women, and there's other forces that we're not consciously aware of. That it could be like trauma bonding, and I don't even know. Like that's how I got with my last ex. Like I think it was definitely because we bonded on the same.
So the term trauma bonding is when you bond on the misfortunes of your life.
Yeah, in a sense, like similar type of things. Like she got molested, stuff like that. So like we're sharing things, but then we're like bonding over our shit more so than. Besides that, we didn't really have anything in common. But I didn't realize that because you feel like more love. Like, oh, they understand me. Like you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to
us versus them relationship.
Kind of like that. Like we're in it together type shit. So that's why. I'm 31, but I don't fucking know what it's like. That I've dated a lot of people, but only been in 2 relationships. And I don't know what a healthy relationship not only looks like, but more importantly feels like. Like being around it, like I can see it and feel it. That's like why it's important for kids to grow up in a healthy household, because they can feel it, so they know, oh, this is what it's like when I meet somebody. But I don't know what that is.
Okay,
I got no fucking idea. So I've always been, it's always toxic relationships.
Then you have the Hollywood's ideal that isn't really real. Like you get together and you're happy ever. Like relationships are just work.
Yeah,
like that's why I'm not trying to get in one right now, because I'm already focusing on doing like the comedy thing. I'm working here.
Yeah,
I don't want to also have to work here, but then you can't wait too long to work here because then you're too far behind.
That's the thing, man. We always got to keep pushing forward with like all this shit.
Because time is moving fast as shit. Like this quarantine feels like it started 3 days ago, and Christmas is in 3 days. Like what happened?
It's like almost a year.
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah. And this is the norm now. Like I've been watching a lot of stand up, and like I've seen some old stand up where like they show the crowd and everybody just sitting next to each other and laughing. And now that makes me slightly uncomfortable watching that. Like the people that close.
Like you're breaking the rules.
Yeah. Like watching old clips of like football and basketball games and seeing the crowd,
Yeah.
nobody's masked up. And you're like, oh man. But it's just shitty.
Yeah. No, I thought that today too. When you got here, I was watching the podcast with Robert Greene and Lewis House, and they're sitting like 4 feet away from each other. I'm like, that's not 6 feet. That's not 6 feet. What are you guys doing, right? You know. So
I feel like this is going to affect us for years to come too. Like this isn't going to be over in 2021.
Yeah. I think it's going to affect us for like
the rest of our lives.
Honestly, yeah, because I mean, it was already tough enough as it was for people with social anxiety just to say hi or like just like shake your hand, show that you're like a man and you're present, you're here, like you're not afraid. Like, hey, I'm here, firm handshake. Like, my name is Michael. Where is that gone?
Oh yeah,
you can't even like
you got a fist bump, like elbow dap now.
Yeah, so everybody's kind of a pussy in their own way.
Yeah,
so nobody really knows. Like, are they genuine? Or it's harder to tell because we're cutting out different senses.
Yeah, and we're all presenting fake versions of ourselves online, and that's where you're seeing everybody now. So you don't really get to know people like that. And the next generation is screwed.
Yeah, that's also why I don't know if I want to have kids because I got to deal with all that and try to teach them. But it's just so much shit. So much shit.
Apparently, global warming is happening. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, so I don't know if it's real or not, but. That's going on, so they're gonna figure something out, like, or we're just stupid enough to kill ourselves.
Yeah, or we could just raw dog everybody until we die. Like,
we could
just fucking raw dog. Fuck it, raw dog
randoms.
Raw dog randoms. So, is there anything you'd like to leave our guests or our audience with?
I said a lot of things, and I got to be honest, I don't remember a lot of things that I said. So if I said something that offended you, I want you to know from the bottom of my heart that I meant that shit. And I'm not going to apologize.
He said what Conor McGregor.
I'm going to let my nuts hang.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Don't cancel me. Yeah. That's all I got.
Okay. You want to plug in your social media?
Yes, my Instagram is Blacksmith, BLAKKSMYTH. I got music on Spotify under the same name. I have a Facebook that is BLAKKSMYTH, and YouTube is BLAKKSMYTH. Follow me there. I put up skits and reaction videos on YouTube. That'd be nice. I might follow you back, but I probably won't. But thank you.
He's saying be attractive. Be attractive, you follow you back. But all right, guys, so this has been another episode of the Setbreaker Podcast. Thank you for listening. A lot of random shit has been said, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye.
Peace.